All right, everybody. This is Uncle P. Uncle Pappy, as everybody know me. I want to do this video. This is kind of like an expounding on a particular topic that I talked about in the prior video, but I think that there's a phenomenon that's bothering me in the Forex market, and I want to kind of coach you, okay, whether you're in my group or not. I want to kind of coach you about what I'm seeing in the markets to kind of help you with your trading thought process, okay? What I'm seeing in the market is, let's just say, people are very impatient. They have no patience to wait for the trade to develop. They feel like the moment they click the button, the trade is supposed to actually happen because they clicked the button. And forgetting that they're entering into, the moment you click a button, they're forgetting that you entered into a $5 trillion a day market. And so your little $20, $100, your one standard lot, whatever you're trading, it means nothing to the market. But you are taking things personally, thinking because you clicked the button that the market is supposed to move because you clicked the button. Let me give you a better example so that you guys can really understand where I'm going, and I'm going to help you at the end, so stick with me until the end. I'm going to help you, okay? But I want to kind of go over the problem first so that you'll understand why many traders are losing in the market. They're shooting themselves in the foot, and they don't need to do that, okay? So let me help you with your psychology, your thinking process, because trading is a lot more about your thinking process than it is necessarily about the charts, which we're going to go over. I'm going to use this as an example because this is actually one of the trades we took last week in our group. Okay, so I'm going to discuss that in a moment and teach you something towards the end, but I need to teach you the problem first, because if you don't fix this secret sauce, this is the secret sauce to success in the Forex market. Write this down. It is one word. It's called patience. In my group, when we win trades, we also often say patience pays the bills. They know that. Patience pays the bills. But what I'm seeing is that in the markets now, we have a new generation of young millennials, or whatever you want to call them. I'm kind of stuck in between. I'm not too old, not too young. But the point is that we have a new generation of young people who come into the market with a lot of arrogance, a lot of overconfidence, meaning they're over leveraging on trades, a lot of demanding, and no patience at all. And I was thinking about this as a certified life coach. And, I'm always analyzing and thinking about the thought processes behind things. And one of the things that really, really stood out for me is I was looking at why was it that the older generation who traded in these markets were highly successful versus nowadays close to 90, if not above 90% of Forex traders lose in the market. And I was trying to figure that out and just always thinking about things. And so as I was thinking about it, one of the things that really just stood out is that the older generation knew that they had to be patient when they enter into the market, whether it was stocks, whether it's bonds, whether it's options, which I traded stocks and options in the past. You really have to have patience there. So if you have no patience in the Forex market, you're really not going to have patience over here. Over in the stock and and options market. But I really thought about it. And so the older generation knew that when they placed their trade, there was a waiting period. But this new generation, they just feel like because I clicked the button and I entered the trade, and it doesn't help, by the way, that you have all these scammers who's out there renting Ferraris and renting these little hotel places and all these places that they do their videos at, which it's the truth. It's been discovered. And so what they do is they show you how they entered into a little quick trade and blah, blah, blah. And so they're convincing people that this is the way it is all the time. But they're not showing you that, yeah, sometimes they may win those quick trades real quick on and I don't want to go too deep into that because whatever your trading style is, that's fine. But the point is that the thought process with the new generation is that the moment you click the button, the trade is supposed to move in your favor instantly because you entered the market. That's arrogance and foolishness. And there's a reason why you're constantly losing your trades. And sometimes you'll look back and say, well, let me give it to you a better way, just to coach your mind. Have you ever entered into a trade And then you kept watching and staring at it as opposed to giving it time to develop. And because you didn't do that, you jumped out of the trade only to find out a little while later the trade actually worked in your favor. Or have you ever jumped into a trade and you took your little 5 pips because you were so scared of losing the trade? Instead of waiting for it to develop, you did all the correct analysis, but you jumped in, but then you jump roped and you jumped out so quick only to look back a day later and see that the thing, instead of it only moving 5 or 10 pips, it moved 100 pips. And you say, man, I should have waited. How many times has that happened to you? How many times? How many times? See, the point is that if you have patience to wait for things to develop, if you can spend all that time analyzing your charts, why wouldn't you just let it play out patiently? And your arrogance is driving you, or your fear of this ain't gonna work, this ain't gonna work, whatever it is, your emotions are being played on because you have no patience. You know, some of you guys know I prefer to be a swing trader. I do have the ability to scalp, and I do scalp markets every once in a while. As a matter of fact, my team, who I know will be watching this later on Thursday, we have a big family meeting because I'm going to introduce a new technique for you guys on the shorter time frames. Okay, I'm going to introduce that to you. But here's the deal. I have some professional friends who are professional traders, and they're very well off to do. And they quote unquote will fit under the category of a scalper. Okay. 15-minute time frame is one of their favorites. I have one buddy, I know we've been friends, for quite some time, but here's the deal. Even with him scalping the market, one thing that you have to know about him, he still executes patience. Because what happens is that you have a whole trading week. He will literally stare at a certain pair all week long. And he will not click the button until that thing does exactly what he wants it to do. And if he doesn't see it, then he just will not trade for the whole week. How many of you guys can actually hold off from trading for a whole week? Or are you itching because as soon as the market opens as Sunday, the moment it opens, you jumping into some kind of trade, knowing full well that the spreads are wide and it's just ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense to do it. But you're in a hurry. You got the trade. Why? Because you just feel the need to do it. No patience at all. And because of your lack of patience, you're losing unnecessarily. And then you're jumping from system to system, from this to that to this, looking for the next best thing, looking for the holy grail of all trading things, not realizing that your mentality is the holy grail. If you learn to be patient and wait, and let things develop. Let me give you a little term that I wrote down, and I want you to write this down, okay? And then I'm gonna show you these charts. Okay, I'm gonna show you this as an example. People wonder why, well, Pat, how are you able to get hundreds of pips on your trades? But in my mind, I'm saying, people want the pips, but they don't want the patience. Write that down. They want the pips that I get, but they don't want the patience that I use to get it. So they want it instantly, not realizing if I made 200 or 300 pips, this is one of the trades we took, and I'm out of it, so I'm gonna show it to you. Okay? And in my group, I ain't got to prove nothing that some fool who come on here talking about, no, you just showing something that played out. You can clearly see the triple arrows right here. Okay, so kick rocks. It's not for you. I'm here to educate people. If you keep, and by the way, side note, I have some people keep jumping on my channel trying to scam and spam and listen, I don't play that foolishness. Okay, I will report you. I'm one of those who actually do report. Okay, I'm gonna block you and report you. We don't play all that. I don't want the scams and spams and listen. If your stuff is working, stay on your channel. This is for me to help people who's struggling, not for you scammers to come and do your thing. So yes, if I go off on you, you deserve it. Don't come on this channel playing that foolery. It took me over 4 years to figure some things out. And you think I'm just going to let you come up on my channel to the people who's trying to get some information and you going to scam and play over them? You got to be freaking kidding me. So knock it off or else you're going to get lit up. And I have done it before, and I'll do it again. So anyway, back to the nice stuff. So here's the point. Listen, when you become an entrepreneur and you done put in hard work, all these people come afterwards trying to scoop up and play over the people who you're trying to protect. Listen, even if you're not in my group, I just don't want you taken advantage of. Okay, so anyway, back to the video. So the point is, you see right here, this is the triple arrow system, by the way. So right here, as you can see, this trade is on the 4-hour chart. Okay, That was 100 and just basically just say it topped off at about 195 pips. Okay, right here, about 195 pips on the 4-hour chart. Hear what I said? It's on the 4-hour chart. That means that every one of these candles represent 4 hours. Do you get what I'm saying? So people will jump into this trade if, you know, they don't have no patience. You will jump into this trade pissed because now this candle moved down, but then this went up. Then this one went down, but then this one went up. But then this candle went down, but then this one went up. But then this one went back down. And they're on an emotional roller coaster for nothing. Because if you just sit back and relax, set your trade and chill. People wonder why I trade and then go on vacation. Because why do I need to sit around staring at my candles if it's a 4-hour chart? That means every candle represents 4 hours. You can go on how long of a vacation? You understand what I'm saying? If you enter the trade, let me grab this right here. And I'm trying to teach you guys patience. Because patience, as in my group, they know this, patience pay the bills. So let's say you entered right here. Okay? Let's say you entered right there. All right? Right there. Let's say right there. Okay? Everything lines up. Do you know that this particular trade was from April 3rd to April 16th? So if you put a couple of standards on this bad boy, you know what I mean? 200, just say basically 200 pips, 2 standards, you do the math. You understand? Hey, you get a couple of these a month or a couple of these every 2 weeks. Do you need to be trading all the time? No. But the problem is that the moment you jump in on the first candle, you just assuming that it's supposed to move in your favor right away. Let's just say you jumped in on this particular candle. Right here. You jumped in on that candle. Right here. And then it jumped, I know you can't see it, but it pulled back and then fired off. And I did a video about how the market is very emotionally abusive in the past. And it does that stuff on purpose because down here, as you can see, it's tons of these candles. Stop hunt candles is what we call them. They're doing that because they're trying to shake out as many people as possible before making their big move. So while you would have jumped out right here with your impatient self, you just missed out on everything. And this works no matter what time frame you do it on, but I'm just using this one as a fine example to show you if you had patience to just simply wait a little bit before you made your move, even on the 15-minute chart, okay? 15-minute chart. Let me see if I can pull something up, okay? And I'm gonna reshuffle this because it's blurred up because I'm sharing my screen. Let me refresh it. So, pull something up. All right. Okay, let's just say you got into this one here. Okay, this is a 15-minute chart. Let's say we get into this one. Triple arrows. All right. And I'm not recommending this one yet because I haven't done my analysis on it, but I'm just using it as an example since it's sitting right here. So every one of these candles is how many minutes? 15 minutes. So you jump into a 15-minute chart, and I'm telling you this because, listen, there was somebody who hit me up on Instagram today, and it just startles me how rude people are. Well, I want your system, but I only want to do it on the 5-minute and the 15-minute. I'm a scout. I only want to scout. First of all, time out, partner. Time out. First of all, you're coming at me with aggression as if I owe you something because you've been losing in the market. The problem is, it's just by the tone of how this person hit me up on Instagram gave me an identification as to the possibility as to why they're losing trades all the time. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Because you're coming in demanding. You're not humble. When I come to this market, I come humbly. Very grateful. Mr. and Mrs. Market, how are you feeling today? Good. How was your weekend, Mrs. and Mr. Market? Oh, great. Good to hear. What is it that you're willing to give me today? You understand what I'm saying, you guys? See, humility. You come in with humility. You come in with patience. You come in knowing that you're not in control here. And that's the biggest thing. You are not in control. The market is in control. You just happen to decide to pick a career that you want to be in a participant of the demands of the market. You get what I'm saying? It's different. The market is making the demands. You're just coming in as a humble servant willing to take what it's willing to give. Here's another thing that people do. They'll come in and say, well, how many trades does your system take a day? As if I'm supposed to know that. See, the problem is, here you go again. You're trying to tell the market what it's supposed to do because you don't have the patience to wait for the market to tell you. I'm the boss. I'll let you know when I'm ready to give you some pips. Are you guys understanding the difference in thinking? It's a different mindset. When I enter into a trade, here's a famous question. Are you still in your trade? My answer is, why would I be out of it? Okay, yeah, I got into the trade yesterday. The market decided not to move today. Just like today. Today is a slow day. This is April 16th, 2019, for those who are going to watch it later. The market didn't move a whole lot today. It didn't have a whole lot of news. It's on standby on some events. It's on standby because it's waiting for certain news to play out in certain countries. One of them is the U.S. and China war, trade war. They're waiting for that to play out. There's many different things that it's waiting for. And when it's in the waiting season, guess what? I have to wait. I can't get jumpy because the market is not moving. As you can see, this is actually a live video. This is live, okay? This is live. You see the market ain't moved. It ain't went nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. It don't feel like it. Okay, well, cool. No problem. Who am I to tell it what to do? You understand what I'm saying? What I do is I take my trades and I basically walk away. I go do something else. I don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal. I set my trades and only two outcomes are going to happen anyway. What's the two outcomes? Either it's going to go in my favor or it's not. Either it's going to hit my stop loss or it's not. So I don't need to sit there babysitting and working my nerves and anybody else's who's around me because I don't want to wait. I need it right now. If that's going to continue to be you, I strongly suggest you're in the wrong career. Because in this market, the market controls the movement. We don't. The market dictates what it's willing to give. We don't. We humbly come to the market, we look for our setups, and you sit back, place your trades, and you wait. And if it hasn't moved in a little while, you come back and check a little bit later. And then you check a little bit later. The only thing that is going to happen is either the market is going to hit your stop loss or it's going to hit your take profit. One of the two. But either way it goes, you're not in control. So here's the deal again. People want the pips, but they don't want the patience. If you fix your patience, you'll get more of the pips. Talk to y'all later. Hopefully this video helped. Let me know. By the way, this is Super Easy Forex. If you want to hit us up, superezforex@gmail.com. Our website where you can get started today if that's what you decide to do and you want to join our family, which is growing by the day. Thank God for that. We have a huge family. I love my family. We have a family oriented trading group. And like I said, you can see the market is moving. See, it's just barely budging. And I'm sorry for going side note on it, but I want to see, because it literally is just sitting there. And then just now it just buzzed just a little bit. But as you can see, I can't tell the market, hurry up. Hey, I'm doing a video right now. People looking at this video, they're going to think I'm fake. You need to move. Okay. It says no. I'm going to stay right where I am. See, it was just at 684. Now it's at 683, 682. See, it just blipped a little bit. But see, as far as pips, it went nowhere. Why? It don't feel like moving. So even if I was in this trade and I come back 5 minutes later pissed, who's going to be at fault? Me or the market? The market tells me when it's ready. I don't do it. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, back to what I was saying. superezforex@gmail.com is how you can email me if you have any questions. But typically, our system is so simple. Just sign on up, get started, join the family. It's superezforex.com. Super, 2 letters, EZ, forex.com. All right. I'll see you on the other side with the team, and let's rock and roll this weekend. By the way, team members, like I said, we have a big family meeting on Thursday night. I got a lot of stuff to announce to you guys, a lot of good stuff. So make sure you're on time, and I will record it. Okay? Bye.